Good morning. Happy Monday. How are ya this morning? Well, I trust. I woke up this morning and I was like, you know what? I ain't feeling doing my hair or my makeup. I'm gonna be comfy today. I feel like I need a cozy, comfy day. So I threw on some leggings and a t-shirt and I'm staying cozy. Good morning, Cindy. All right, March 28th. Good morning, Susan. Hey, Rita. Okay, the allotment of the remaining land, Joshua 18, 1 through 10. Now that the land was under Israelite control, the entire community of Israel gathered at Shiloh and set up the tabernacle. But there remained 7 tribes who had not yet been allotted their grants of land. Then Joshua asked them, "How long are you going to wait before taking possession of the remaining land the Lord, the God of your ancestors, has given to you? Select 3 men from each tribe, and I will send them out to explore the land and to map it out. They will then return to me with a written report of their proposed divisions of their new homeland. Let them divide the land into 7 sections, excluding Judah's territory in the south and Joseph's territory in the north. When you record the 7 divisions of land and bring them to me, I will cast sacred lots in the presence of the Lord our God and assign the land to each tribe. The Levites, however, will not receive any allotment of land. Their role as priests of the Lord is their allotment. And the tribes of Gad, Reuben, and the half-tribe of Manasseh won't receive any more land, for they have already received their grant of land, which Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave to them on the east side of the Jordan River." As the men started on their way to map out the land, Joshua commanded them, "Go and explore the land and write a description of it. Then return to me, and I will assign the land to the tribes by casting lots here in the presence of the Lord at Shiloh." The men did as they were told and mapped out the entire territory into 7 sections, listing the towns in each section. They made written record and returned to Joshua in the camp at Shiloh. And there at Shiloh, Joshua cast sacred lots in the presence of the Lord to determine which tribe should have each section. The land given to Benjamin, Joshua 18, 11 through 20. The first allotment of land went to the clan of the tribe of Benjamin. It lay between the territory assigned to the tribes of Judah and Joseph. The northern boundary of Benjamin's land began at the Jordan River, went north to the slope of Jericho, and then west to the hill country and the wilderness of Beth-aven. From there, the boundary went south to Luz, that is, Bethel, and proceeded down to Ataroth-Adar in the town on the hill, to Ataroth-Adar on the hill that lies south of Lower Beth-horon. The boundary then made a turn and swung south along the western edge of the hill facing Beth-horon, ending at the village of Kiriath-Baal, that is, Kiriath-Jearim, a town belonging to the tribe of Judah. This was the western boundary. The southern boundary began at the outskirts of Kiriath-Jearim. From the west point, it ran to the springs at the water of Nephtoah, and down at the base of the mountain beside the valley of Beth Hinnom, at the northern end of the valley of Rephaim. From there, it went down the valley of Hinnom, crossing south of the slope where the Jebusites lived, and continued down to En-Rogel. I just threw a Beth in there. I thought it sounded right. From En-Rogel, the boundary proceeded in northerly direction and came to En-Shemesh on the Galiloth, which is across from the slopes of Adumim. Then it went down to the stone of Bohan. Bohan was Reuben's son. From there, it passed along the north side of the slope overlooking the Jordan Valley. The border then went down into the valley, ran past the north slope of Beth Hoglah, and ended at the north bay of the Dead Sea, which is the southern end of the Jordan River. This was the southern boundary. The eastern boundary was the Jordan River. These were the boundaries of the homelands allocated to the clans of the tribe of Benjamin. The towns given to Benjamin, Joshua 18, 21 through 28. These were the towns given to the clans of the tribe of Benjamin: Jericho, Beth Hoglah, Emek Keziz, Beth Araba, Zemaraim, Bethel, Avim, Para, Ophrah, Kepher Ammoni, Ophni, and Geba, 12 towns with their surrounding villages, also Gibeon, Ramah, Beeroth, Mizpah, Kephirah, Moza, Rechem, Irpeel, Terah, Zelah, Haleph, the Jebusite town that is Jerusalem, Gibeah, and Kiriath Jearim, 14 towns with their surrounding villages. If you want to go climb into my bed, you can. Huh? Did you hear what I said? You can go climb into my bed if you want, if you still want to sleep some more. It's up to you. The land given to Simeon, Joshua 19, 1 through 19. The second allotment of land went to the clans of the tribe of Simeon. Their homeland was surrounded by Judah's territory. Simeon's homeland included Beersheba, Sheba, Moladah, Hazar Shual, Bela, Ezem, Eltolad, Bethuel, Hormah, Ziklag, Beth Markaboth, Hazar-Susa, Beth Lebaoth, Sherahan, 13 towns with their surrounding villages. It also included Ain, Rimmon, Ether, and Ashan, 4 towns with their villages, including the surrounding villages as far south as Baalath Beer, also known as Ramah of the Negev. Hold on just a second. I know I'm distracted this morning. Okay, the land given to Simeon, Joshua 19, 1 through 9. The second allotment of land went to the clans of the tribe of Simeon. Their homeland was surrounded by Judah's territory. Simeon's homeland included Beersheba, Sheba, Moladah, Hazar Shual, Bela, Ezem, Eltolad, Bethel, Hormah, Ziklag, Beth Markaboth, Hazar Susa, Beth Lebaoth, and Sherahan, 13 towns with their surrounding villages. It also included Ain, Rimmon, Ether, and Ashan, 4 towns with their villages. Also included the surrounding villages as far south as Baalath Beer, also known as Ramah of the Negev. Did I just read that twice? This was the homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Simeon. Their allocation of land came from the part of what had been given to Judah because Judah's territory was too large for them. So the tribe of Simeon received an allocation within the land of Judah. The land of Zebulun, Joshua 19, 10 through 16. The third allotment of land went to the clans of the tribe of Zebulun. The boundary of Zebulun's homeland started at Sarid. From there it went west, going past Merilah, touching Dabbasheth, and proceeding to the brook of the east of Jokneam. In the other direction, the boundary went east from Sarid to the border of Kisloth Tabor, and from there to Dabbereth and to Japhia. Then it continued east to Gath Hepher, Eth Kazan, and Rimmon, and turned towards Neah. The northern boundary of Zebulun passed Hanathon and ended at the valley of Iftahel. The towns in the area included Katah, Nahalal, Shimron, Idalah, and Bethlehem, 12 towns with their surrounding villages. The homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Zebulun included these towns and their surrounding villages. The land given to Issachar, Joshua 19, 17 through 23. The fourth allotment of land went to the clans of the tribe of Issachar. Its boundaries included the following towns: Jezreel, Kesaloth, Shunem, Hapharaim, Cheyenne, Anaharath, Rabbath, Kishion, Ebez, Remeth, and Ganim, and Hada, and Beth Pazez. The boundary also touched Tabor, Shehazuma, and Beth Shemeth, ending at the Jordan River, 16 towns with their surrounding villages. The homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Issachar included these towns and their surrounding villages. The land given to Asher, Joshua 19, 24 through 31. The fifth allotment of land went to the clans of the tribe of Asher. Its boundaries included these towns: Helkath, Haley, Beton, Akshaph, Alamelech, Amad, and Mishal. The boundary on the west touched Carmel and Shihor Libnath. Then it turned east towards Beth Dagon and ran as far as Zebulun in the valley of Iftahel, going north to Beth-emek and Neiel. It then continued north to Kabul, Abdon, Rehob, Hammon, Cana, and as far as greater Sidon. Then the boundary turned towards Ramoth in the fortress of Tyre, where it turned towards Hosa and came to the Mediterranean Sea. The territory also included Mehabel, Akzib, Umma, Aphek, and Rehob, 22 towns with their surrounding villages. The homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Asher included these towns and their surrounding villages. The land given to Naphtali, Joshua 19:32 through 39. I hope somebody's documenting this and writing down where all the lines are. Yes, this is probably exactly how they did maps, Faith. Are you scribbling this down so we have a picture? I think we need one. The sixth allotment of land went to the clans of the tribe of Naphtali. Its boundary ran from Heleph, from the oak at Zaananim, and extended across Adami Nekeb, Jabneel, and as far as Lakum, ending at the Jordan River. The western boundary ran past Asnoth Tabor, then to Hukkok, and touched the border of Zebulun in the south, the border of Asher on the west, and the Jordan River on the east. The fortified towns included in this territory were Ziddim, Zur, Hamath, Rakkath, Kinnereth, Adamah, Ramah, Hazor, Kadesh, Edrei, and Hazor, Yerin, Migdal, El, Horam, Beth Anath, and Beth Shemeth, 19 towns with their surrounding villages. The homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Naphtali included these towns and their surrounding villages. The land given to Dan, Joshua 19:40 through 48. The seventh allotment of land went to the clans of the tribe of Dan. The land allocated as their homeland included the following towns: Zorah, Eshtaol, Shemesh, Shalabin, Ajalon, Ithla, Elon, Timnah, Ekron, Eltekeh, Gibbethon, Baalath, Jahud, Beni Barak, Gath Rimmon, Mejarkon, Rakan, and the territory across from Joppa. But the tribe of Dan had trouble taking possession of their land, so they attacked the town of Laish. They captured it and slaughtered its people and settled there. They named the town Dan after their ancestor. The homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Dan included these towns and their surrounding villages. Good night. It's a hard read. And it makes you wonder if the other people with names or those aren't people, but towns with names like Shemesh and Shalalabidin and Ajalon were like, how did we get these names? And he got Dan. I bet all the other tribes of Naphtali, they were like, Naphtali? We could have had Dan. I think there should be a tribe of Bob. Can you imagine if the tribes of Judah ended with Bob? I can't even. Why is that so stupid? If the tribes of Judah were, I gotta look them up because I don't even think I'd have them all by name, but can you imagine if they were Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Issachar, Zebulun, Joseph, Benjamin, and Bob? Sometimes the dumbest things come into my mind and make me laugh so hard. They're so stupid. Oh my word, Monday's upon us. All right. Let's do Trim Healthy Devotions. 100 Days of Inspiration. We're on day 87. Oh my gosh. Stress or rest? Isn't Zephaniah 3:17 a wonderful promise? It reminds us that the Lord thy God in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing. What does God mean by resting in his love? The Hebrew word to be silent, to hold your tongue. The same word is translated hold your peace or hold your tongue 30 times in the Bible. When God forgives us from our sin and cleanses us with his precious blood, he remembers our sin no more. He doesn't accuse us or bring it back to remind us. God wants us to enjoy this kind of love in our marriage relationship too. It's so easy to accuse. It's too easy to retort back. It's easy to bring up past hurts and arguments. But does this bring rest in your relationship? No, it only brings more nervous tension. It raises blood pressure. Instead, God wants you to rest in each other's love. Rest your tongue too, instead of always answering back to have the last say. Other translations refer to this concept as quieting love, calming love, and renewing love. These kinds of love will bring joy to your marriage. Will you ask God to help you be silent and hold your tongue today? With no more retorts, you'll have rest instead of stress. My mom always said, somebody would say, "You're not going to say anything back to that?" And she'd say, "Why would I say anything? Why would I argue when I know I'm right?" That's what she used to say. Why would I argue if I know I'm right? All right, a cover-up. The layers of lessons in this verse are many. Ye are like unto whitened sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are full of dead men's bones. Matthew 23:27. It was spoken to the Pharisees who were only about the outward appearance of godliness. Christ exposed the corruption inside. Taking physical application for this spiritual truth, we realize that only taking care of the outside of our body and ignoring the state of our inner health is also hypocritical. Many people go to the salon once a month to get their hair and nails done. They shop for coordinating outfits and spray perfume on their bodies. Inside, though, things may be in a desperate state of ruin, with skyrocketing blood sugar, fatty liver disease, impacted colons, yeast overgrowth, high blood pressure, clogged arteries, and the list goes on. Yet these bodies are painted, preened, shaved, and presented as healthy. True health and beauty comes from within the body. Adequate protein repairs muscle and skin tissue. Nourishing health and fats add luster to the skin, nails, and hair. Antioxidants found in greens, berries, and meats destroy free radicals that rob our body from glowing luster. Hydrating, sensibly sweetened drinks removes toxins and clears the skin. We're not saying you should not put makeup on or get your hair done, but do it to enhance flourishing health, not to cover up decay. Take the inside-out approach. I like that. God is protecting us. Some might wonder why God included so many laws in the Old Testament. He went so far as to discuss clean and unclean foods and even cleansing. It's not because God is a God of laws, it's because God is a God of love. His laws were common sense. He was protecting the children of Israel from diseases, and more science proves that some foods are harmful to our bodies and that cleansing is crucial. History has shown that those who fail to follow those laws are only harming themselves. We might know the back of our hands. We might know, I think she means we might know like the back of our hand. No, I can't read. We might know the back of our hands, but Matthew 10:30 says, "But the very hairs on your head are all numbered." It's foolish to believe God doesn't know what's best for us when he knows better than we know ourselves. I had a hard time getting that out. It's foolish to believe God doesn't know what's best for us when he knows us better than we know ourselves. And I say that about Marin all the time. We didn't intend to have children, and I'm so grateful that God knew what I wanted better than I did, because I wouldn't have had I hadn't planned on children. And then, surprise, Marin! And I had no idea just how bad I wanted a child till she was born. So, all right. I'm going to have the Tribe of Bob stuck in my head for the rest of the week. I don't know why that's so stupid. It's so funny, but it is. You're right, Julia. Roberto or Robert. Yeah, it wouldn't just be Bob. Sometimes the dumbest things jump straight into my brain. All right, guys, thanks for joining me for devotions this morning. For breakfast, will be making a custard. Brianna Thomas has a beautiful custard recipe that is super good. And it is a deep S, and we are in a fuel cycle over in my coaching group this week. So we will be enjoying deep S for breakfast this morning. And for me, that is going to be custard. So hopefully I can make it come out right. Every now and then I break it. It comes out broken, but we'll do our best to get it right this morning. I shouldn't be just but a few minutes. I gotta go flip the laundry, and then I will be live for breakfast. I hope to see you there. Love you guys.